Hey there, you're new to human design, you've discovered you're a projector, and now you're going, what the heck is a projector? In this short video, I'm going to attempt to distill 8 years worth of playing and working with human design and share it with you as simply as possible from the perspective of a projector. So let's do it. First question, why? Why is this type called a projector? Well, you might know that in human design, what we're talking about is how your energy field or your aura behaves and how it interacts with other people, how you're energetically designed. So your type as a projector, projects deeply into one other person at a time. You are plugging into the depth, the core, the soul of the other person, and you can see their potential, you can see their pain, and you intuitively and innately know how to help that person move towards their potential and to resolve their pain. You know what will help them. You know how to guide them, which is exactly, the aura is there's no mistake with the aura. The aura helps you to be able to do what you came here to do. You're here to guide other people. Now, we'll talk about strategy in a minute. We'll talk about who and when and how to guide people. But what you need to know is that this way of interacting with people, which you can't help, it's how you operate, is very, very vulnerable for the other person. You as a projector, when you're being present and calm and like in the present moment with people, you may know things about the other person that they don't know about themselves. That's extremely vulnerable and can be very confronting for the other person. It's also really vulnerable configuration to have as a projector, because what we do as projectors is we go around plugging into other people's life force energy all day long. We plug into this person, we plug into this person, we plug into this person, and we're taking on their energy every time we plug into or project into the other person. So none of these are a problem. They're just important to know as a projector. And wouldn't it be nice to have been handed this instruction manual when you were a wee baby? Or for your parents to understand this about you, but now you know. Now you know that this is how you operate. So what are the most important things you need to know as a projector? Well, first and foremost, if you are new to human design, you need to understand what this strategy, every type has a corresponding strategy, what your strategy of wait for the invitation or any of the other versions of the same thing that might be written on your chart, what it means. Waiting for an invitation means when you plug deeply into somebody else, that they have invited your wisdom or your guidance or your suggestions or your advice or your ideas. That means they recognize you, key term. They recognize you. They value you. They want you and your guidance and your wisdom. They want you to be plugged into them. They like that experience. Not everyone is going to like how it feels when you project deeply into them. They're not your people to guide. Literally, as a projector, I see the whole world this way now. They're either my people or they're not. If they're my people, they will invite me, they will recognize me, they will value me, they will ask for my wisdom and insight, and they will value my wisdom. Or they're people who never invite me, never recognize me. That's not a problem. They're just the people that I love and let go, that I observe them in their human experience and I don't attempt to guide them. And your life will change profoundly if you're a projector who struggled in any of your relationships, if you can actively practice waiting for the invitation and learning the nuances of what that really means. Now, the next thing you need to know that's really important as a projector and isn't talked about nearly enough in the beginning is while you need to learn how to wait for the invitation in terms of offering your wisdom and guidance, there will be truckloads of time where there are no invitations and there is no need for you to wait for an invitation. For example, I did not have somebody say, Carolyn, can you please do a video on what it means to be a projector? And can you put that on YouTube? Nope. Instead, I had this knowing of we need some more really simple, short videos about each of the human design types. And that's what wants to be expressed through me. And I already have this platform where I can express myself. So one of the things that you do as a projector is you get really good at noticing where are the spaces where you can and want to already express yourself. So that's one. One of the other things that's really important to do while you've got no invitations is play. Now, arguably, all adults need to play, but it is essential for the wealth, the health, the vitality of you as a projector that you get really good at playing, because when you're in that vibration of play, you'll get more invitations, which is so much fun. They'll just come out of the woodwork. So play, whatever play looks like to you, you know. If you don't know, because you've been adulting for so long, then just try different things. Somebody invites you to go roller derby, go do that. Somebody invites you to a painting class, go do that. So you see a flyer for a such and such, go try that, go play, see what you like, see what energizes you, and then do more of that. Now, the other thing that you are brilliant at doing as a projector, apart from guiding the right people so that they can step out of pain and into their potential, is you are magically brilliant at studying and learning. So it's really important when there's no invitations, you have created a life where you don't have to work as much as other people, and we'll talk about that some more in a minute, that you notice the things that light you up, that you love studying, and give yourself full permission to be a student for the rest of your life. You've been doing it anyway, I'm sure, but now just removing the guilt or the stories about why it's not okay, you are allowed to, and you are designed to study a lot. Your studying helps you be a better guide, but you don't have to study this specific thing because that person told you to. Just study the things that turn you on, that you love, that fascinate you. Okay, the last one in what to do when there's no invitations is rest. Rest, rest, rest. I said this to a projector friend the other day. I said, at the point where you notice that people start to tell you that they're judging you because maybe they think you're lazy, or you rest too much, or you're too self-indulgent, or your self-care regime is ridiculous. At the point where people start judging the amount of self-care you do, you might be actually getting enough rest. So rest, however that looks in your life. There's something like 1.5 billion projectors on the planet, right? We're still a minority group, but there's a lot of us. There's a lot of different configurations of projectors, and your life is going to look different to mine, and it's going to look different to the next 10 projectors and the next 100 projectors and the next 1,000 projectors that watch this video. So work out how to fit rest into your life. Think about what really helps you feel nurtured and revitalized, and sneak more of that in however you need to do that. Okay, the last thing that you really need to know as a projector, keeping this as short as possible, is to realize what you're not. You are not a generator. Generators are here to work and build and create and pour their life force energy into work they love. Do and build and create and move and exercise and raise children, and it doesn't mean you can't do any of those things in your way, but the generator has a lot of energy to put into things every day. They have to use that energy up every day. You're a different creature than that. So realize, in our society where we are congratulated for doing more and being productive and building all the things and doing all the things, we're here to do something different. So realize you're not a generator. So it's a really good opportunity to peel back the stories that you have around doing, and doing being the good thing. The other thing that you're not is you're not a manifester. And we have had so much of our society ruled by manifestors for a very, very long time. And manifestors are here to initiate new things, get the ball rolling on new things. They have a lot of power for starting things. Again, not that you can't start things. Anytime you hear somebody say, oh, you're a projector, you can't do that, just pop that one aside and go, you can do anything, but there is a natural flow for how to do things easily and effortlessly and joyfully. And it's very, very different from the manifestor, who is here to do things easily and effortlessly, of pushing, getting the ball rolling on things. It's their whole energy field is designed differently. So if you notice that you keep trying to start things because some well-meaning person told you that that was the way to get success in the world, that's not your way to get success in the world. So realize what you're not and layer in your new understanding of what you are as a projector. Okay, next, how? How can I be a healthy, happy projector in a world that expects me to do and do and do and do and do all the time? Know that you do your best work when you do less work than everyone else. 3 to 4 quality hours of work a day, if you run your own business and you can really shape your own time that way, or you have a lot of flexibility in the way that you do whatever your work looks like in the world, see if you can move towards 3 to 4 hours a day of operational, of like what somebody else would call work. See if you can literally chop our expected 8-hour day in half and do that 4 or 5 days a week. You're not necessarily going to be able to transform your whole life and do it all overnight, but see if you can work towards that goal. Even if it takes you 5 years, it doesn't matter. Work towards that goal of less hours doing, so that you can make sure that you're doing really amazing work in that period of time. It's very much quality over quantity for every successful projector that I've seen, who is doing amazing work in a really vibrant, revitalizing kind of way. So speaking of, do the things that energize you. Notice where your strengths are. Your human design chart has a lot of detail about what your natural and innate strengths are. But even without knowing the detail, you can notice, oh, this thing strengthens me. This thing I find easy. This thing I find energizing. I love doing that. When I do that thing, time just disappears. Do more of that, those things. And notice the things that are your weaknesses, the things that weaken you, that drain you, and outsource them. Give them to someone else. Pay someone else to do them. However you need to do it, take them off your plate. You don't have to turn your whole world upside down tomorrow. Just look at that and go, how can I work towards a life that has me doing the maximum amount of my strengths, me focusing on my strengths, and how can I outsource everything possible that doesn't light me up, that doesn't energize me, that I'm not really that good at? How can I get somebody else to do that? And really importantly, because we are so influenced by the people that we're around, true for all humans, scientifically verified, we are so impacted by the people around us because we are social creatures, we are social mammals, and projectors, because we plug so deeply into other people, we're literally consuming everyone else's energy all the time. So have to. Again, it doesn't have to be overnight, but work towards it. Surround yourself with people who get that you need to work less and rest more, that understand that you need so much more time to decompress, ideally chunks of time alone in whatever way looks reasonable for you. So surrounding yourself with people who ideally go, even if they don't love human design, are just like, they're willing to see that you're a different creature and they love you and they go, okay, well, it's a bit weird and I don't understand it, but if you say you need this, I'm happy to support you in that. Not judging, not criticizing, not condemning, not shooting on you, just going, okay, you look tired. Do you need a rest? So surrounding yourself with those people. And what do you do if you want to learn more about your human design? Well, I'm glad you asked. There is a link in the description to the Projector Beginners course that will run you through some different examples of what I've talked about here, but talk way more about different aspects of being a projector, more about strategy, about the different inner authorities as a projector, and just some really juicy, great next steps for you. So there's a link to that in the description. There's also more videos for you as a projector in the description. And if you like the way I teach and you would like a personalized private space to be able to have me teach you more about your individual design and look at how it applies to your unique life circumstances, then there is also a link in the description.